Coming up on Facebook Live shortly.
Drop Off Line Sports, we're a little bit early this morning. Brought to you by Bobcat of Indy for a variety of reasons. One of which is, well, we go back to school on the 25th of July, which is beyond stupid, beyond ridiculous. But since we're going back to school, we're doing Drop Off Line Sports. I don't know if this is going to be the time when we normally do it, but we'll see what happens next week, right? Say hi, Lainey. Are you ready for school? There's people everywhere. Want me to play some drums, eh? Like the Go-Go's? Yes. Good morning, Kevin. Good morning, Colleen. It is really, really early. Aaron Norris is there. Put batteries in Mr. Cup. Mr. Cup is back. I'm going to have to park like backwards, I think, tomorrow right here. See, we're just kind of learning things. Stephen, good morning. We're learning things as you guys are learning things too, right? We are. Lainey doesn't look thrilled. Are you ready to go back to school? Kind of. When the device is right here next to us, guys, I don't understand why. I think she kind of is ready to go back to school, but it doesn't mean that it's not incredibly stupid to be going back to school right now. It's the 25th of July.
Yeah, I like your coffee.
I've got coffee. We've got brought to you by Bobcat of Indy. I've got to drop her off, and then I've got to go to the northeast side and meet a bunch of people for Ride to the Reds. We're going on a bus over to the Reds-Cardinals game today. So, ooh, Alphaville. I like this song, too.
This is the reason why I'm not thrilled. It's because you are going on a bus, and I don't get to.
Oh, you want to go to Cincinnati, too? Lainey wants to go, too. Are you marking on my face?
No, this is
Okay. Brian Foley, good morning to you guys. Okay. Good morning, Dawn Phillips. I don't know exactly if this is going to be the time for Drop Off Line Sports every morning. Yeah, no, I'm not in a bad area. You know what's funny about this, Kevin? Is I got the hot spot right here. I have no idea. I'm in a parking lot. Jeremiah Gray, you would think that it'd be perfect, but it's far from. I mean, heck, I live way out, and my connection's better way out. So hopefully everything's okay right now. But I really don't know how this is going to work. So we'll probably check in with you about this time tomorrow, this time again on Friday, and then once Blake starts going to school, we'll probably have to adjust it a little bit. It's probably going to be somewhere in the neighborhood of 7:45 to 8 o'clock. So we'll see. 7:45 to 8 o'clock for Drop Off Line Sports. If you guys saw my ribs, if you heard my conversation with Pat Sullivan yesterday, I put ribs out. Went to work, came back, and they were crisp, and my wife put them out there on social media, and everybody laughed at me. They were pretty bad, Bob. Pretty darn bad.
They felt like a rock.
Ow! They what? Felt like a rock?
Yeah.
They were just like rocks, weren't they? All right.
The crisp rocks.
Crisp rocks. All right. Tell everybody exactly why you're excited about starting school right now, even though I think it sucks you start on the 25th of July. Why? What are you excited about? Tell them. That's it?
Yes, it's called
Oh, anyway. There we go. It's called Oh. Blake likes this song.
I like it too.
Ain't nothing gonna break my stride. Nobody gonna slow me down. What do you guys think? I mean, 7:45 to 8 o'clock, that gonna be okay? I think she's got to go in at 8. It's about 10 till right now. Jennifer Berger, good morning to you. Ride to the Reds I mentioned today. So Greg Rakestraw has me. Brian Swafford's on board. Good morning, Brian. Greg Rakestraw has the show later on today. Colts report to camp today. You'll get something from Frank Reich this morning at about 10:15. And then Andrew Luck will talk, I believe, sometime around noon today. I don't think that's out there, but I think sometime around noon, Luck is going to speak with the media later on today. So it should be good. David Duncan says, my wife works for Perry Township Schools. Way too early for school. What a drag. Dave, tremendous drag it is, sir. Tremendous drag. So, but we're here. Unfortunately, nobody's allowing me to homeschool Lainey, which is probably a swell idea. Hey, we're brought to you by Bobcat of Indy, as always. That's backwards. This, however, is not. Bobcat of Indy. I'm not wearing a hat this morning because I got to go on this trip in just a little bit. Dustin says, good luck on your first day back. Say thank you, Dustin.
Thank you.
Tony Ferguson, good morning. Say hi. All right, we're trying to build this back up at about 10 till 8 in the morning. It was pretty early, I think, for all of us, too. Although she gets up early in the first place, and I get up about 6:30 or something, so it's not that bad of a deal, I don't think. Foreigner. Tomorrow night, you know what's tomorrow night, right? Tomorrow night is the Foo Fighters at Ruoff Home Mortgage Music Center, which should be an absolute blast. If you've never seen them, you know that they're outstanding. Gary Hudson, good morning. Eastern starts on the 6th. See, Gary, with the way that things are now, I could understand that. I could get with that, even though that's still about 12 days before we ever started, right? Easily at Eastern. So it's about 12 days before we ever started. But the 25th of July is just absolutely ridiculous. So, ridiculous. Michael, good morning to you. Hot Mom. Jennifer says 39 Monarchs so far this cycle. Big release party in a few weeks. Lainey loves, don't you?
Yep, we found a lot of monarchs on our deck because I've been finding.
You've been finding a lot of monarch butterflies on the deck?
And at G Mama's.
And at G Mama's, yeah. And Nat Nats. I got you. All right, anything else you want to add before we go this morning? I guess they don't release until, we still got plenty of time though, right? They don't release until 8 o'clock, right?
It's 7:53.
Drop Off Line Sports brought to you by Bobcat of Indy. I mentioned Colts back at it. They report later on today. I said Frank Reich about 10:15 or so. Andrew Luck around noon today. And I'm sure
Cup needs batteries.
you can follow Kevin Bowen. Kevin Bowen will be out there. I think,
Mr. Cup needs batteries.
right? Oh yeah,
Yes.
Mr. Cup needs batteries. I don't know if we're out there today or not. I'm not quite sure. Kurt says, great job on the Scott Rowland interview. Scott Rowland was really good. I was happy, absolutely happy to do that. So thank you very much. I'm going to be at Colts camp coming up tomorrow with my show, and then I'm off on Friday because my mom's going to have a surgical procedure, and then Tony and Mike Wells are going to be doing the show coming up on Friday. If you missed anything from yesterday, which is including Kevin Bowen, we had some discussions about the Colts moving forward, expectations, patience, Des Bryant, wide receiver position, running back position. A lot of good conversation. 1070thefan.com, where you can also see, as Kurt mentioned, Scott Rowland, who we interviewed last week.
Time to go.
Drew Brees last week, Frank Caliendo on Monday.
Time to go.
Dan Orlovsky last week too. Podcast 1070thefan.com.
Yes.
What's that?
Yes.
Dean Newman says back to school. Exactly. Yeah, and we do our thoughts going Bob to Larry Clisby. So Boilermakers released that
Time to go.
information on Saturday.
Time
And we love the Cliz, man.
Go.
Love the Cliz.
Time to go. Come on.
I don't want to hear glory days. Here, we got to go right now?
Yeah, we have to.
What? Can I find one song to end right on? Drop Off Line Sports may be here, it may not be, but at least for the next couple of days. You want me to boo Carpenter and Molina today? I will. Bump, bump, bump. People are people. Hold on, don't hit it just yet. Let me hit Yacht Rock. Hold on. Oh, I don't like that Yacht Rock song. Champagne, how about us?
You like the people are people, alright?
Huh? You like People Are People, don't you?
Yes.
Depeche Mode, man. All right, hey, Drop Off Line Sports, back to school for 18 and 19 from my third grader right here. She is the star. We are brought to you by Bobcat of Indy. Thank you, Corey Hall, everybody for watching. We'll see moving forward at what time we're going to do this, but it'll be tomorrow and Friday around probably 7:50 to 8 o'clock in the morning. You guys are awesome. Listen later on today. Rakestraw has you later on today, and we'll be having a blast on the show at 3 o'clock. And I'll give you some road reports and a Great American Ballpark report on Ride of the Reds, brought to you by Evan Williams later on today. Sean Patrick Turley, good morning. You guys have a great day, ladies.